It's just kind of whenever he was walking around doing whatever, just reference something and be like, yeah.
My brother Jim was, he was drafted during the Korean thing, and so he went into the Signal Corps. But one of the same guys that was in that outfit was Jimmy Harris, Stanley Kubrick's partner at that time. So I met him there. Then we became friendly after that. And when he decided to do 2001, I said to him, Stanley, I can't do it right now. I'm doing my own science fiction picture called Frankenstein Meets the Space Monster.
Oh, everything hasn't been quite right with
the kidnapping of the Earth Maidens for the love-starved slaves of the sterile planet.
So he said, okay, and he went off and he started 2001. And then I said to him that if you're going to shoot the story that you have, you have to, nobody knows what space is like or what it's like to be in space. If you put it up and you put a big Cinerama full screen on it, you're going to convince the people that they're out in space. And that's going to help you in the story. So I convinced them to shoot in 70 millimeter in Cinerama. In fact, the bug eye lens for Cinemiracle was the bug eye lens for HAL. He said, you have to stop by England on your way home. I want you to do the end sequence. So we chose, because it was very, very calm, Monument Valley, Arizona. And we just come up over the mesa and wow, we got hit by a blast of wind. It hit under the wing and correct by going all the way over the other way, and I'd just keep pushing the stick down. I said, down, get down. We got to get out of that wind again. So we got out of the wind, and we come right back on the place where we just took off from. And we had stirred up all the dust, and the sun was setting right behind it. And Bill Berry, he was sort of blind anyway. He was like, oh, shit. He says, you son of a bitch, I know you are going to get me killed one day, and this is the day for it. I said, oh, shut up. I said, I'm going to push the stick down. We get out of all of this wind. And, okay, 10 degrees to the left. Then I gave him a radar thing by squinting, being able to pick out the runway, and we got it down. What it was that we were shooting, and we would make from the negative 3 black and white positive master negatives, and do one yellow, cyan, and magenta. And then when you printed it, you'd mix the records, and you'd put the cyan on the yellow and just screw up the records, and then print, and it would come out in a fantastic thing, like if a wave was coming, when the wave broke and the white part, all kinds of weird colors would be coming out, and it was fantastic. So all of those things, when it was flying over this planet, and it was sort of like boom, boom, alive, and all the colors were changing. All of that was shadows going underneath us.
He's definitely a very commanding patriarch sort of guy. At least like in like what he's done, who he is, like the role he's played in all of our lives. But his personality is not necessarily commanding or like demanding respect, like anything old timey like that. As time goes on, he kind of gets quieter and quieter about whatever he's saying, whatever he's thinking. But you're always kind of like, whoa, this guy. It's like kind of the family pope or something. So my grandpa's always had like this awesome, like old Irishman thing going on. Like this, he's like, ah, he's like a really burly motherfucker. Like the type of guy that is like, you know, like 80 years old and he can still just like rip you to shreds just because he's some like mealy, like a fisherman or something. And he has always had like this beautiful head of hair. And then he recently got cancer again. He has no hair. He spends like 5 minutes on the phone with me now instead of like an hour, because he gets really tired. And he just like, I gotta go. And he's like very soft-spoken now, like really quiet, like really weak. So, and they like, you know, poking shit in him all the time. He's always like, so it's gonna be weird to see him like that. But yeah.
They characterized me as if you were going to do anything from the air, you had to hire Gaffney to do it. Before that, I couldn't get sailing ships out of my. Oh yeah, if you're going to the ocean, Gaffney's one to do that. So I spent a lot of time in the ocean and a lot of time in the air, helicopters, and. Well, I was always an outdoor person. I didn't like shooting on stages. I always liked exteriors and landscapes. I was a landscape freak, you know, and so I just kept doing that. I didn't like standing around in the studio. They were too dirty. There's a lot of dust in them. So I always liked to be outdoors where I could breathe. A lot of times I was underwater. That sometimes got unpleasant. And I never feared I would fall out of an airplane. Although I almost did once.